The L2 over here, this is the level 2. This shows buyers and sellers. These are actual orders that are tied up in the system. You can see where people are sitting, where they want to provide, where they are trying to buy. The green, the bid, is the buyers. The red is the sellers. Okay. And not all orders show up, because if you're using things like Lightspeed, Interactive Brokers, etc., you can actually tell it not to show that you are holding orders and stop losses in these certain places. These are also stop losses. Now, what the L2 will help you with, if you look at some of these larger numbers, look at 454. This will help you to determine walls. So this would be resistance to the upside at 454. And you can look for support numbers down here on the bottom. So 453.40, there's a huge amount of people ready to buy up. So using that, I could go, hey, there's a wall up here to the top, and down here, if it goes down to the bottom, I see a bunch of buyers. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
And the reason that we always want to buy at the mid price of the L2 is sitting right here, and this is the price we want to pay. That is the difference between the ask and the bid equals the mid. That's why I always tell you guys to buy at the mid. When we sell at market, you'll usually get the worst price, because it will not be at mid. It'll be exactly whatever that price is, and it's usually the worst price you'll get. That's why when you guys see me do a market sell on SPX, and I'll lose, like I'll be up 10 grand and I click sell and I make 7, that's because I'm getting the worst price I can get, but I can get it now. Okay. If you guys are on Interactive Brokers or Lightspeed and you clicked on limit sell, it'll do it immediately and you don't lose any money.
Yeah.
Right? It's immediate. There's no delay. Well, there's a delay on Webull, so I already know how to work the system. But it does help me if I'm like, where's everybody sitting? Right? So I might use it more than 10 times, but I'm telling you, it is not a part of my normal day. But does it help? Sure. Especially when you're doing penny stocks. You guys are penny stock traders. It's phenomenal. Let me show you. AMC, right? See it right here? I can see where all the buyers and sellers are sitting. Do you see it?
Yes, coach.
So that helps me, especially on these slow moving. Yeah. Oh yeah. See, so it just had news. It wasn't doing squat earlier. We're going to add this to the hot stock pick. Good call. WAVD. Look at the 2-minute. You got in here, which was here, right? It came up here. You could have scalped some, came up here, pulled back. You could have got rid of some more. It came down here and you would have got out, right? Because that's the break and hold of VWAP. So 2-minute EWO, you would have collected here, here, finished inside of here when it broke VWAP. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's exactly what your 2-minute would have looked like for you guys today on Tesla. Showing a sign here. This is what's crazy. Let me draw this out. So it's still bullish. It's still bullish. Hold on. Remember how we do this every time? But this one's a little harder to tell. You see it right here. This is a nice bull flag. So I'm not super concerned, but we do have some indicators that are starting to give us threatening signs, right? You see your super trend here. You can also see down here that buyers are fading. You see right here on your EWO.
Yeah.
But honestly, as long as it's staying above VWAP, just depending upon how much you have in, what your risk tolerance is, and of course, where you got in, to know, is this still viable for you to be in there or not? Because otherwise, what you're looking at is this channel that it's in, right? Right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like it breaking 312.66, because that's where it touched just a second ago. And it's got all this downward pressure to the downside, because what that means, if this breaks this 312.66, this could then try to make a flush back down to VWAP before it decides what it wants to do again. I can see other critical levels like 312.09 is one. Let me see. I can see one. This one's kind of weak, but 312.42. But honestly, if it was me and I'm in a call, I don't like it below 312.66. I just don't. Ugh. I can always re-enter later again, but I want to collect the money that I've made, you know? Just like this. So with Uber, its critical level is going to be this, what is this, 40. So Uber has to stay above 40. Otherwise, same thing. It can try to pull back down to VWAP. Shop's completely flat. Let me show you what shop looks like. See how it's heavy on the vine? Doesn't mean it's not going to come back, but look at the difference here. Let me draw this for you. You see how it's heavy? What I mean by that is it goes up nicely, and now the vine's starting to curve like this, right? You see it?